Okay, so this Raindrop page, there's not much up on there so far, but that's going to change. What I'm planning to do with our Instagram is put screenshots of our areas, as well as post the main story as little visuals like this. So we've done it for the first part, but we still got to do it for the second. I'm probably going to do the second part off streamer and get it posted over the weekend, before next stream. But I want to post our screenshots up, and I've got them all saved and ready. But I'm only going to be posting screenshots of the first 3 sections of the Everbloom Forest. And the reason for that is because the second part of the story, chapter 1, part 2, takes part in the third area of the forest. So I'm going to try and do it all in order. I'll post screenshots of the areas along with the story as we go along. Okay, so I'm on my phone and I'm just saving the images that I did last night. And I'd say, yeah, the first 3 screens as well are pretty much done. The last 3 screens of the Everbloom Forest, there's still a little bit to do. So they're 99%, no, not 99%, 90% now. Still got to put some vines on the cliffs. And some rocks and stuff, just to make it look even prettier. Okay, so I'm going to be posting 4 screenshots of each. Hi White What, how are you? Happy Wednesday. The final Rose stream of the week, guys. Okay, so I think all those images are saved. Yep, they are. Okay. Right, let's hope these look good. I've got the browser open because I want to check that they actually look good on the browser as well. Okie doke, so now I've got to write a caption, and lucky for me I've got it all written down already, so I can just copy and paste. And Akira was the person who came up with the name of Blessed Cascade. Does Akira have an Instagram account now? Because if he does, I will tag him. If not, then I will just put his name there without it being tagged. Feeling blue? Oh no, why are you feeling blue? White what? We'll try and cheer you up. And hi True Baldy, how's it going? Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good day yourself. I don't have an Instagram account. That is totally fine, no worries at all. I will still give you credit on this post though, even though you don't have one. Right. So on this one, what did I do? I'm going to write it a little bit differently. The good thing is about Instagram now is you can edit the captions if you don't like them, which is cool. Right guys, bear with me a sec. I am just making sure that this Instagram caption is sorted. We need more stuff on here. We've only got 3 posts. Hi Robson, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day, guys. You're working, so everything is fine. If you love your job, then yeah, it's fine. If you don't, then it sucks. Just taking a break now that morning exercises are done until my afternoon work. Ooh. Well, I hope you enjoy your break, Rod. Are you English? Damn, I love your accent. Thank you, War. I'm glad you like it. I am English indeed. I have a very strong English accent, I do. Is that not a signpost emoji? That sucks. That would have been perfect for this particular thing that I'm trying to do. I would have thought there'd be a signpost emoji. Is there anything similar to a signpost emoji? I've got a cold, guys. I've got a runny nose at the moment. I'm happy you like what I have made for Legion's Quest. I know, Akira. I read it last night in bed before I went to sleep. And I was like, whoa, you've really gone into detail, and I loved it. And it's so organised as well. Like, you've put what we have to do to trigger the quest, and it all makes perfect sense and looks like it'll work really well, and it'll be awesome. I'm excited. Oh yeah, I can't seem to find an emoji that I'm after. Barely noticeable. People have thought I'm from Australia. They've thought I'm from France. They've thought I'm from... Where's the other place? There's been a few unusual ones. Good morning, Miss Blood. That is me. I'm Miss Blood. How badass does that sound? Hi, Richard. How's it going? I love his comeback. It's so badass. It really is badass, Akira. Legions are right badass. And hi, Neffel. Welcome. How's it going? Welcome to the stream, guys. I see some new faces here today, so I'm going to make sure you all know about this project that we're doing. But these are the main commands that you need to know about. But we have a few on a timer. Welcome, guys. And with the music, yeah. I mean, I will totally use that music as well if it's going to make it immersive. As long as I'm not going to get sued for using copyrighted music or something. But if it's not, then that is totally fine. Because the majority of the soundtrack we're going to use in the game is like copyright free. So that's awesome. But like for Legion's purposes and his quest, we will add his special music. Oh my gosh, I've got such a runny nose. Tell it to go away, chat. Any plans for the rest of the week? Just chilling really. I do kind of have Thursdays off as my day off to unwind. But this weekend it's my mum's birthday and we're going for a meal. Also, BRB guys, I'll be literally 2 seconds. I've got a runny nose, so I need to sort that out. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I don't have to keep running away today to wipe my nose. I have a fear of blowing my nose, guys. I talked about that on the stream yesterday. Never blown my nose before. Hello again. I hope it's fun. She has a good birthday and things are stress-free as possible. Me too. It's pretty crazy because it's also my sister's birthday this month and her sister's and her boyfriend. I was like, I cannot get my words out today. So that's 3 birthdays this month. So it's kind of a joint birthday meal, really. And details were UI. I wasn't sure I could add it, but yeah, I made it anyways. Yeah, it's awesome. Well done for putting the chef into it. And like I say, guys, just because Akira's put a lot of effort into his character doesn't mean you have to either. You can literally just give the bare minimum of information if you want, and me and the community can handle it. I don't want anyone to feel self-conscious or anything and feel like they have to do what Akira's done, because he's like really gone all out, which is pretty cool. Until next time, hopefully. September is a busy month. So, random question. I know this is a clean stream for all audiences, but do you swear off stream, or are you proper outside the stream? So, is that the word, Richard? I don't swear at all. I just don't. So, if I swore on stream, I'd be out of character and I'd be doing it just for shock value, basically, and it wouldn't be me. So, I just don't do it. I'm just who I am. To be honest, what you see here is what I am in real life. There's absolutely no difference at all. So, yep. I suspected you didn't swear at all. Yep. Just how it is. There's no statement or no real reason for it. Just don't. She's completely different stream. You wouldn't believe the things she comes out with. Well, I did say the word Pina on Monday's stream. That was a shock, wasn't it? How could I say Pina? Okay, so what I'm doing at the moment, guys, I'm just posting an Instagram post. And I'm writing a caption. It's quite a detailed caption. But we're nearly done. Okay. Let's see how this works. Fingers crossed. Let's refresh. Not up yet. Storm's trying to get me to swear on stream. Just based on sort of speeches, I kind of figured you were proper through and through. You think I'm posh, Richard? I don't mind being called posh. I don't. I find that's probably a compliment, to be honest. But I don't really often get called posh. I'm classed as a commoner in this country. Okay. So it is up. That's oh damn. We haven't done a gap. Good job we can edit captions. So your name's there, Akira, because you came up with the name, and I really like that name. It's pretty. Why is that? Why are we not? Why is it being a butt face? The vast majority of us are in the UK, bros. You're in good company. Are you posh, Az? Are you posh, Richard? What is the correct definition of posh? I don't know. I guess it's subjective, isn't it? Everybody has a... To some people, I'm really posh, and to others, I'm as common as muck. So I guess it just depends really what your definition of posh is. I had someone come in my stream, was it last week or the week before, that they came in saying, lol, West Midlands accent, lol. And they were like making fun of me. How rude. Okay, doesn't seem to be behaving itself, but it's no biggie, who cares, right? It looks good to me. Also, if anyone wants to see our Instagram, I think I've got this up. Or maybe not. I don't know if it is main story actually. Oh, that's it. But it's not going to just be the main story on there. It's going to have screenshots too. So I'm probably going to add that to the command as well. One more thing. There's one thing missing in those quest scripts. The other playable character dialogue. Since I want this to be as genuine as possible, I want to add reactions. For this, I need what the real person behind the character we want to say. Okay, see, that's really difficult to know at the moment, Akira, because we don't know which playable characters will be with us at that point in the story. We absolutely have no idea, because we might not have even met them yet, and others, they might have gone off to do a quest. And if we do have a party choice system, which we probably will, where the player gets to choose which playable characters they want in the party, some will not be there for that reason, because it's whoever the player would pick to have in the party at the time. And so I guess that's something we can only decide when the time comes. And I suppose we could just do we could just put everybody's reaction anyway, so if they do have them in the party, like have a sort of a variable or something for if they are in the party. That seemed like something to do. But yeah, we've only got 6 of us so far, I think, playable characters. There probably could be even more by the time we get to Legion's Quest. Posh is a British term, so being from the USA, we have not the best understanding of normal terms used in other countries. Oh, I see. I suppose to you USA folks, I'm posh. I guess then. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to just put the other 2 posts there. The next one's for Winding Way. And who was it that came up with the name for this? I've got it written down, so I'll find it. Okay, that one's done too. So I'm just getting these up because I want them up. It's been a while since we've updated these, so we're just doing this now before we start today's tasks. Thank you for the follow. Wow, we're getting the follows, guys. Being here, streaming this, we're getting the follows. We need likes. Okay. Where's the caption on that? Eh? That is really weird. Done. There isn't ever with saving your changes. No. I'm gonna have to delete that one, guys. Seems like it failed with the caption, so put it there again. Well, my work with Legion is done for now. That was a hell of a ride, yeah. I mean, yes, definitely when the time comes to actually writing Legion's Quest, whenever that may be, that'll be the time. Will be the important time. But it's good you've got it already. Well, most of it anyway. Did you do my sheet yesterday, by the way? Oh, have you submitted your sheet? Why, what? I got your message. You sent me a message saying, asking if you could send over some information on your character, and I was hanging on for that. I didn't realise you actually did a sheet. I thought you wanted to send me stuff first. Oops, I accidentally. Okay, so winding way. Share. Fingers crossed this works this time. I follow a lot of British and UK streamers. You sound more clear and educated than some of us, really. Oh my goodness. But one thing to remember about accents, guys, just because someone's accent sounds not posh doesn't mean they're not educated. It can be misleading, and that is unfortunately something I experience. Because I'm from an area in England that isn't posh, we people from my area people think we're dumb or uneducated, and that isn't fair because of somebody's accent. So I've had that as well, because honestly people don't think my accent's a posh one. It's not classed as one of the posh British accents, like I say, one of the more common ones actually. But I have been told I'm posh for where I live. I've been told that before. Perhaps if you listen to someone from New Look, they all have the same accent, but speak the accent still sound and properly pronounce all words, and some use slang. Yeah. Something happened yesterday and I didn't have the will to finish writing. I'll finish today, but the sheet is submitted. Okay, well, send me the stuff you want to send first, what, and once we've cleared that up, I'll start your sheet. Want to make sure I've got everything correct before I begin. What I'm curious about the game you're making, are you, Neffel? If you have any questions, I'm totally ready to answer them. And hi Kermit, how's it going? Welcome. I hope your Wednesday's treating you well. Agreed, it's something of a stereotype the way you speak. Yeah, and it can be fair, because like some people could like be super smart, but they just happen to be, you know, from Liverpool, and someone might like, because it's Liverpool accents aren't the poshest, and that isn't fair. I'm good, yeah, glad to hear it. Okay, so let's refresh and see if this has worked this time. Oh, this is so weird, guys. The caption isn't coming up. It's really not behaving itself. It did for this one, but it isn't for... You know what it could be? Maybe there's too many characters. Maybe that's what it is. So I'm just going to delete it again. I want to get all these free screenshots up before we start, because it'll be a good job out of the way. And then eventually over the weekend I'll post chapter 1 part 2 as well, so people can see what the story is for that. And then in weeks and months to come, this Instagram will be a little collection of screenshots and the story. And it'll all be linear, it'll all follow the story in order. That's the plan. And everyone who's like, will get credit and stuff for if they submitted an idea like that. Okay, you better work. You better work. How is it? How am I today? Doing decently. My last stream of the week, guys. So let's make it an awesome one. Okay, it's work now. And they look good on the Instagram website at least. So that's Blessed Cascade. This is Winding Way, and unfortunately, like, we can only like show them cropped certain areas because it just kind of looks better like showing it full size rather than zoomed in on Instagram, at least anyway. I think it's because it's so small. Okay, now the last area. Simply adore accent and speech mannerisms. Thank you. That's always great to hear. And I think the compliments on my accent are some of my most favourite compliments. My other favourite compliment is my personality and the things I do, like my skills and talents. I think those are the types of compliments I like the most. I actually don't really... I'm not as flattered with compliments on my appearance, and I think that's because I've kind of had a lot of those over my life. Not to be cocky or anything, but it's always nice to hear something different, like something that I don't usually hear that there's a compliment. I have the worst Swedish accent. Hello, I'll do you, Kermit. Oh no, I'm sure you don't. I feel like you should get paid to narrate novels for audio books. That'd be cool. Maybe that I should apply for jobs doing that. But I have no idea how I'd go about it. How would I do that? How would I apply to do audio book novels? Do you guys honestly, do you agree that I could do that? Because if so, then I will give it a go. Fancy seeing Kermit here. Kermit the Frog. I like frogs. Voiceovers for animated movies. You think? Holy crap. Being a voice actor is a pretty big thing, but it's a very competitive industry as well. I don't have enough range and diversity with my accent to probably ever have a chance in that kind of career. But I do believe I've got a unique voice that most people won't be able to do. Failed the map test yesterday. What map test? Have the stream on at work, so a lot of the time it's on in the background. All I hear is your voice. Yeah, I wanted to introduce closed captions to the stream, especially because I have a lot of people who watch at work and might have to mute me. So I figured that could be handy for that reason as well. But I couldn't get them working when I tried last time. But I will at some point attempt again. But then you'd have to not hear my voice. But, you know, not everyone can hear it. If they've got to be at work and can't have earphones in. You would have to fit in the Watership Down remake that just came out. Yeah? One of the Lady Rabbits. I've had people tell me that I sound like I could have been in the game Fable. I watch you while I work, but I don't care. Headphones are an amazing invention. Yeah, do you not get told off for having headphones in at work, True Bold? You know, I would never have got away with that at my last job. I wasn't even allowed to browse pictures on the internet. Never mind go on Twitch. I'm not kidding you guys. At my last job, to remain to not completely die of boredom, I had to look at sites like DeviantArt and Dribble for creative inspiration. I like to look at pictures and artwork because it was, it was an office job and I get bored easily. So I did that. The girl sitting next to me, she grasped me up to the boss. She was like, Rose is in chat rooms. She actually said that, and all I was doing was looking at pictures. She said it was chat rooms. Imagine what she'd have said if I was actually on Twitch. She'd have been like, Rose is on porn websites. That's how much she'd exaggerate it. In IT, you can get away with 99% of the stuff like that. That's so cool. That's so cool. My next job, it has to be like that. There's no way I'm going to work somewhere that make me not go on the internet. Final Fantasy 14, all the cutscene characters have British accents. Send Square Enix an email asking if you can be a voice actor. Oh my goodness, Richard, that is really punching above my weight. Final Fantasy 14 is Square in general, one of my favourite companies, so I grew up playing Final Fantasy games. What a snitch, I know, right? Nearly choked on my coffee as Rose said porn. She would have, she hated me for some reason, and I never did anything to her. But she just didn't like me much. Grass me up to the boss. Okay, so let's post this last one. Silent Haven, I think this one's called. And I thought of the name for this one. Okay, and then that's it for now. Hey! No caption again. Instagram, why are you so mean? Is there any rules on who's an Instagram pro in chat? What are the reasons why captions wouldn't come up? Okay, let's try again. I have to delete some of the tags if it's going to be like this. Or some of the characters. I'm assuming it's a character limit problem. People like that generally have no friends or social skills. They just look for any kind of attention. Yeah, I never found out why she didn't like me much, but I did hear that she used to bitch about me behind my back. It's unfortunate you cannot choose your work colleagues. Okay, better work this time. Attention whores. I love when people complain to me about something I'm doing they don't like. I just stare at them and pretend I don't speak English. I hate it, It's one of my pet peeves, being told what to do, or getting unsolicited criticism. It's actually even a rule in this stream not to give unsolicited criticism. If I ask for it, then totally. If I say, guys, I want some feedback on this, can you tell me what you think? Then that's fine, as long as it's not, and the feedback isn't rude. When people just like say it, and it's even worse when they're a complete stranger as well. Like they're an absolute stranger that you've never spoke to in your life, and the first thing they ever say to you is something critical. I had that in stream once. Someone came in, never seen their name in my life. I was playing Final Fantasy 14 at the time, and they just completely attacked my stream. I was like, hang on a minute, I didn't ask for this. I wanted advice, I'd ask, and I don't know you. You're a stranger. You're not a friend. I was very close to banning them. The only reason I didn't ban them was because there was a content creator themselves. And I didn't want to, I always like to stay friends with fellow content creators. And I knew that because I looked on their profile and saw that there were one. Trying to run an XD, it opens and says I need to run it on USB. Got any advice? Absolutely no advice, Toby. I am no pro at technology, I'll say that now. If anybody in stream can help, then anyone in chat, then totally feel free, but I'm afraid I don't. I cannot help you there, buddy. These people have nothing to do with their lives, it's just sad. Yeah, I made a rule of myself to completely cut any negativity out of my life. I only want nice people now. It's better for everybody. Also, thank you for the follows, guys. I've had a few, I think. Okay, so we've got all this up now anyway, the pictures of the first 3 areas of the Everbloom Forest. I want to see if anybody actually pays attention, you know, if anyone finds me through Instagram and comes to the streams. Don't know if that will ever happen. Don't know if that's likely, but worth giving it a shot. And then next, I think, over the weekend I'm going to post the next one for this. And then the last 3 photos of Everbloom Forest after that as well. And I've thought about doing stories, Instagram stories, saying when I'm live and putting a selfie of me up or something. So that might be something for the future too, we'll see. But for now, I'm going to close Instagram. Okie dokie. I'm going to just turn down the music a touch on my end because it's loud on my end. Don't think it is on stream though. Yeah, if True Baldy knows, then I'm sure he can help. But yeah. Okay, so what was we doing yesterday? We were putting enemies on the field. Because we don't have random encounters in our RPG, it's all map encounters. The enemies are sprites, silhouette sprites that walk across, and you can either walk past them if you can't be bothered to battle them, or you can run into them and it'll take you straight to the battle screen. And the shape of the enemy is going to resemble the real one. So we have a toxic plant and mushroom, and that is what they look like. And in battle, they will look like that. So we basically did screen 1. There was one little thing now. Originally we had a set path. We had a custom path for them, and I changed it to random. And it did seem like a really cool idea to have it on random, because it gives more realism, that they don't just walk left and right constantly. So it seems a bit weird and not realistic if they're just walking left and right. But the problem with random is, well, I actually went downstairs to make myself a cup of tea. And when I came back up, when I was still on this screen, they were all huddled together in a bunch, stuck. And I thought, oh no, okay. So that was the flaw in using random. So what I'm thinking now is using a custom path for them, but making it real. Like actually, like instead of left and right and nothing else, just make it more complicated and make them walk up and down so it gives the illusion of being random, if that makes sense. So it'll be a bit more complex, but it shouldn't take too long to do it. We just have to write it down. But that way we won't have the problem of them getting stuck somewhere in a corner or bunched up if somebody stays on the map for a bit. Seeing your streaming schedule, I'm always wondering why Britain has another time zone than the middle and west of Europe, like Portugal or Spain. Yeah. I mean, I think time zones should not exist. I think we should all have the same one. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We could all go to bed at the same time and we wouldn't have to miss people's Twitch streams because of time zones. I would rush into the monsters and light the firepower on them and beat the SHIT out of them. Yay. Set 3 or 4 paths and they randomly select one each time. Oh, can you actually do that? Because I thought you could only have one custom path. But at the moment he was just move left 6 times and move right 6 times, and it looked very false whether they were all just doing that. So I did like the random, but yeah, that is a flaw. So yeah, I'll give them a really detailed custom one, like what I could do. Like for example, this toxic plant here, could make it go left and then down here and then up a bit and round and just hang around this area and then come back, make it look a bit more real. And same for these. Oh my goodness, what has gone on with the stream? Guys, is there a bunch of arrows up on the stream right now? Because I'm just looking at the OBS thumbnail and there's like a ton of arrows. I don't know whether that's just for me. Oh no. Yeah, it is. Is this the new Final Fantasy? Hi Jews, how you doing? Oh my goodness, imagine if it was. Imagine if this game becomes the next Final Fantasy. Wow. You're giving me an ego. Guys, we've got to get rid of this mess. Right, let's will this work? No, it hasn't worked. Okay, let's close RPG Maker down and load it up again. That's never happened before. Oops. I'm accidentally uploading the wrong program. Let's try again. For me, it's perfect. Do you like it? Okay, so we've sorted it out anyway, but at least we know how to deal with that now. I was thinking the other day, imagine if Raindrop Chronicles becomes the longest single player RPG of all time in the Guinness World Book of Records. Well, out of curiosity, what is the longest RPG game of all time? I want to know this because I want to beat it. I'm putting pressure on myself here. I probably shouldn't, because the longest RPG is probably something like 1,000 hours long. And yeah. This game is going to be pretty long. With all the optional quest lines we're going to have and stuff, it's going to be super long. RPG goals. It is. That is an awesome goal. But I want to Google it now. Longest RPG game of all time. If none of you know, I'm going to use Google to find out this information. Okay, so apparently What is the longest single player RPG game of all time? The longest game turns out to be Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which takes an incredible 693 hours to finish on average. Okay. Dragon Quest 7. Most people clock in well over 100 hours. I've played RPGs way longer than 100 hours. $46 hours for Breath of the Wild. 46 for Morrowind. Yeah, these are just what I would have expected. 50 hours or so. It says Monster Hunter 3 is like nearly 700 hours though. Blooming hell. Is that like is that just the main stuff, or is that optional as well? I know. I guess we gotta try and beat that with Raindrop Chronicles then, guys. If we're gonna get the record for the longest single player RPG of all time. My goodness. Uptime. Hi Wild Genie, how's it going? A map test where you get sent out in a forest with a map and a compass and you gotta find control. I got super lost in the forest and came back an hour late. Oh no. No worries about the late response, Kermit. It happens. How have I already been live for nearly an hour? What even? Those will be times to beat the story only. My goodness, guys. I mean, I'm not going to put pressure on myself, but I'm not going to lie. It's crossed my mind to make the longest RPG. I thought that would be pretty cool. And this game is going to be episodic anyway. So, I don't know if it'll count. If it's all separate episodes. But I want it to. Be badass. Okay. So, let's carry on with this. I actually found a different bee asset. And I think I prefer it actually. I really like the other one, but to me, it actually looked like a bat when it was a silhouette, which is cool because I love bats. But let's have a little peek again at how the old one looked. Oh, that's not the old one. That's the old one. Oh no, you can't see because I haven't got Photoshop up because I'm a big silly. There we go. That's the one that we're currently using. It looks close to it being a bee, but there's something quite batty about it. I think it's the wings. This one looks more like a bee, I think. So, and I think we're right now with the measurements. But one thing that we have to do is we have to make it the bright sheet longer. And make it give the appearance it's flying by putting a circle under it. This is going to be confusing for me because I don't know what dimensions it has to be in for RPG Maker MV. Like I've just consistently kept it as this, but I hope it'll work. If I just have it as any random dimension, we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one, I think. Copy and paste this one. And this one is currently right, what is it? Yeah, it's each of them are 32 by 32. So I could do them at 32 by 48. So I will make 64 pixels longer if I'm going to do that, I think. I'm going to put it on a separate image. So yeah, today we're just going to be making the rest of the silhouette sprites for the map, guys, mostly. It'll be a good job well done once we've done it. What another task out of the way, and then we can focus next week on giving these enemies skills in the battle system and testing them, making sure they're awesome, give them cool animations. Also got, I think, the hero skills too. And then after that we can do some story writing finally. Okay. Was that pure black? It was. So what's the world of the game about? Well, because this game is basically improvised, there's a lot we don't know yet. Even this area of the Everbloom Forest that we're on now, there's still a lot of mystery about it, and we probably won't fill in the story gaps until we start writing side quests. And once we've done the first main quest and the first main boss of the game, we'll probably start doing the side quests then, and that'll be a chance to introduce lore to the area of the game. But really the only real lore thing we've decided on at the moment is that the currency is going to be a liquid currency, raindrops. So there's a lot of interest. We had like a whole stream where we talked about the raindrop currency and how it could work. It's pretty cool. But they'd be fairly distributed, the raindrops would. But yeah, there's like a question of whether areas with high rainfall would be richer than the more deserty areas. That's still an option that we could go with the story, that would be cool. But the government, I think, do try to distribute them fairly to everybody. But we don't know, maybe they'll be corrupt, maybe we'll find out dark secrets and things going on. Nobody knows yet because it's all improvised. We'll write as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger. 64 pixels, I think. I hope this works because I've never tried changing sprite set size before, so I'm not sure if it'll screw up. But this is just a test to see. Okay, that needs to be 4 pixels bigger. There we go. We'll see if that works first. If it does, we'll put the circle underneath after. Feels like a yeah, it is. It very much, Juice is very similar to D&D with how we're doing this. I guess the only main difference is that it's a game. I suppose it's D&D made into a game, really, with some differences, of course, because obviously we're not going with a D&D lore or anything. But definitely the whole improvised storytelling is very D&D. and it's exciting. I was thinking of the Ethereal Forest, since it's in Legion's Quest. This should be a nice idea if the Ethereal Forest is dark mirrored version of the Everbloom Forest. That is an awesome idea, Akira. I really like that. We'll definitely go for that, because I think we've basically decided that this dark forest that Legion Store is going to be involved with is going to kind of be the dark forest of the entire game, and having it mirrored to Everbloom is great, because Everbloom's the opposite. It's light. It's got enchanted elements, the Everbloom forest has, but it's like a very bright sunny forest, so be cool. And by mirrored, do you mean like have everything be the same, like visually, like the actual look is basically the Everbloom Forest, but just a dark version, and maybe slightly different assets, but the shape of it's the same? Because that'd be cool. Going BRB. Enjoy BRB, White What? Gotta go now. I have a piano in the house, so gotta practice. Oh, piano, awesome. I used to play piano many years ago. Completely forgot how to play it now. Have a good one now. Hope your lesson goes well. Okay, so let's save this. I always forget what folder these go in, because we haven't done many of them. Okay, I think they're here. Oh no, they're not in that one. They're in this one. Characters. Yup. I'm going to save over the old B. Okay, so let's go back in RPG Maker. Okay, so it's in there. Let's test him. Okay, so it's wrong. I think what I've done wrong is that we actually have to set it up as a sprite sheet. This, what I've done here in Photoshop, has to be set up like this with how many have we got? So it's 3x4, and there's 4 of them. 2 rows with 4. So we have to copy and paste this 4 times across, and then another 4 below it, and then I think that's it then. Okay, so 96 pixels width, 96 times 4. Okay, so now we got to just double it up below. So along the lines of Zelda Twilight Princess, same area, but colour scheme, lighting changes. It sounds pretty cool. I love the idea. Same shape, but in mirrored orientation. For example, the boss of Everbloom Forest is at the top left, and the boss zone in Emerald Forest is top right. And the colour scheme and lighting changes. And that's really cool because it's creative and awesome. And we can just, the maps will be the same, so we don't have to like do a whole new area. We can just copy and paste it, just change it around a bit. And that sounds really fun. And if there's any games that do that kind of thing, then definitely send me a reference image of them or a video. I'd love to see for like a bit of inspiration. So if you say Twilight Princess, if there's that or any others, I would love to see. BRB on own, yay. So done with working today, see you all later. Bye True Baldy, I hope work went well. At least they let you have headphones on. They're a nice place. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh my gosh, I've got such an itchy nose today. I think I've got a cold coming on. Yay. Okay, so 900. No, okay, so we got to double that. Oh my god, my maths is dreadful. Okay, I think that's it. Hey, no it isn't. It's like doubled it both sides and it wasn't meant to do that. I know what to do. It's easier. That's it. Perfect. Now we'll merge all them. Merge visible. How's it going? I was like, somebody's disappeared from the face of the earth. How are you doing, Rex? Hope work's been going well. Hope it's been nice to you. Okay. Right, hopefully this will work this time. Got my fingers crossed. If it works, I'm a genius. Because I haven't even asked Whitewater for help, so I'll be very proud of myself. Has it really worked? No way, I don't believe it. Can't be that, I can't be that good at making games. Seems like it's worked. That looks like a working bee sprite to me. Had some technical error. What happened? Has it been about technical difficulties are horrible. I hate them. And being asleep is horrible too. Double whammy, Rex. I hope that your day gets better. So let's do a test and let's see how this bee compares to that one. Don't you agree though? Like if we put them together, this one here is oh, I'm so sorry, chat. I've done it again. I keep making this mistake. I keep rambling on and on about a screen that you can't even see. I was just rambling. Okay, but here we go. This here, both of these are bees. That is a bee. It 100% is a bee when it's not a silhouette, and it's great. It looks exactly like a bee. But when it's a silhouette, it looks totally more like a bat, and that's a bee. So, I'm going to keep this asset though for sure, because if we ever have a more of a bat type of creature, maybe it'll be handy for that. Unless there's another bat sprite. Okay, so let's test. Oh my god, I'm going to do a sneeze. gonna do a big sneeze. Just my monitors weren't working with my work computer. I got it fixed, but it put me a little bit behind with work. Well, you get on with your work then. I don't want to be responsible for you. I don't want to be responsible for you not doing it. So you lurk away and do your work, Careless Rex. Okay, so I'm a thirsty one. Are we gonna get lag today? We'll see. We are as well. And our theory is that the sunbeam overlay we're using might be causing this a little bit of this lag. So, which, by the way, I'm going to mention, when I'm not using OBS, this game runs absolutely fine. There's no lag then at all. But yeah, because it's being used with OBS, both of them are fighting together. Oi, I meant to walk into you, little mushroom. And the battle system isn't really completely done yet. It's there as a base, as a foundation, it's working, which is great, but there's still so much more we have to do. For example, I would love them to have their weapons and stuff, because we currently don't have that. He's bare-handed at the moment. So there's a few little, just a few extra detail things I want to change with the battle system, but at least it's working. Oh, go away. Go away. Escape. Thank you for the follow, Bence. I appreciate that. I didn't hear a sound effect. I added a sound alert to my follows, so it notifies me, but I can't hear it. Sort yourselves out, Streamlabs. I love it. I'm in love with that bee. So we're gonna go for that bee. I'm gonna add a little. Should we add a little circle below it then, to give the impression it's flying? I don't think the circle should be as black as his body though. Probably a bit more transparent. I like the flower too, but I'm still not a fan of the way it's got legs or arms or whatever they are. I absolutely love the mushroom sprite though. The toxic plant one's okay. It's the closest one I could get to what we was after. Okay. I'm gonna just rush through here and we'll test what they look like on the other screen. Yeah, little shroom is stuck. This is what happened. I basically went for a cup of tea, came back about 10 minutes later, and they were all huddled together somewhere and like stuck. So yeah, I'm gonna set them a very complicated custom path. Well, not a very complicated one, but one that looks realistic and gives the impression that it's random. So that's another thing to do. Ooh. So yeah, we will just add a little circle below the bee. I really like seeing the mini maps though of the correct areas now. It's coming together, guys. Our forest is coming together. Okay. Oh no, don't go away. You meant to go there. Hi Rose, hi chat, hi Kung, how you doing? This track, Memories. This particular one, Dick. I mean Richard. Oh my god, I called you by the name. Oh no, I'm embarrassed now. I'm gonna be blushing. I'm shocked. I bet you are, Azrael. Oh my goodness. Look at what we've made Kung walk into. Kung is going to be mortified. She saw that video of me as well, saying Pina. She slipped. I did. But yeah, I got excited because you were talking about this track. And it's from... this, do you mean this one or was it the one before? You'll have to let me know. But I love all the soundtrack for Final Fantasy XIV. I'm a big fan. Okay, so let's try and do a circle. This should be straightforward. Isn't it a very British name? It is, and it's a perfectly fine name. But unfortunately... society have totally made it into something lewd. How dare they? It's like these days, like if a woman just shows a bit of boob, people are like, boobs. It's like, they're just boobs, you know. It's what society is now. This one from Final Fantasy XIV, I believe this is from the opening. Let's see the name of this track. I'm going to look now. This one is from, I think that, yeah, this one's Stormblood. It's one of the, I think it plays in like the town, this particular one. But the theme itself is like the motif of Stormblood. All Final Fantasy tracks all the expansions have their own motif. Well, I grew up here in America with the name. Childhood was rough, was it? Did people bully you for the name? Because that's so silly. Welcome back, Akira. Okay, so let's change the colour of this. Okay, I think let's get rid of the fill. There we go. Maybe sort of, yeah, that would be cool. So I'm only going to do the circle on these few. I'm not going to bother doing it on every single one because we're not even using those ones anyway. So it'd just be a waste of time. I'll probably end up replacing these bees here with other assets when we get more. Oh, okay. So it's a 3x4, not 4x3. So I'm going to just merge all those together. Okay, save again. Music in Kugane is great. It is. I just love it all. Like, I feel like Stormblood got unfairly talked about. Like, everybody keeps saying since Shadowbringers came out, everyone's like, Shadowbringers is the best, Heavensward is the second best, and Stormblood's the worst. It kind of is that rep now, and I'm like, are there actually any that are the worst? That's how I feel. Like, to me, it's always been solid. And apart from a few, I'd say that Around Reborn had quite a bit of filler in certain areas, but it, you know, it's worth it because of the journey that comes afterwards. That's what they put on the papers. Oh no, rip you. Embrace it. That's what I say. Be proud of your name. Okay, is this going to update now? Sometimes it takes a while for the graphic to update once you've saved it. So I'm going to close. Sometimes it does it straight away, and other times I have to close it and open it again. You want an example for mirrored thing? This one came straight through my mind. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. When finish that boss inside the Chamber of Dracula, there's a teleport inside that teleport. You're inside an upside down version of the castle with opposite colour scheme and lightning. Awesome, Akira. I'm gonna copy and paste that in the game. I know Castlevania. I've never actually played that series, but I know of them very well. So I want to make sure more than anything I've got the right Castlevania game, so I've copy and pasted it, and I'll look into that, and I'll actually put Chamber of Dracula too, so I get the right area of the game, because it's always really handy, isn't it, to have references, I think, because even if you've got a vision and you think, I'd like it to be like that, it's sometimes seeing something to inspire you can give more ideas. Okay, so I'm going to test this again and to make sure that it looks okay. It's a great series. I'm dreadful in general at the platforming genre of games, so I think that's why I avoided it. I did play Crash Bandicoot as a kid, but it was always my sister that was good at those games, so I let her play them and I just stuck to my RPGs and story adventure games. Crash Bandicoot, yeah. Nostalgia. It's great now you've grown up. Best icebreaker, yeah, LOL. Gonna petition to have you replace the voice of Yoshitola or Minfili. I haven't. You think I should be those characters? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm very flattered. They're both pretty big characters in that game. Yeah, I think that looks cool. How do you guys think the bee looks? Problem is, I've actually decided I think the circle might be a bit on the big side. I think because its body's narrow, maybe it should be a much smaller circle. Now I'm thinking about it. So, I'm going to be a fuss pot again. And make the circle smaller. That means we gotta delete them all again. So, it won't take long now. No, probably not that long. Probably like that. Maybe even smaller. Kind of should be the width of its body, really. And let's get Photoshop up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'd say that's about right. Much better. It was too big before. Sing Crash Bandicoot song. What was everybody's favourite game growing up as a kid? Now that we've talked about that, I felt like I want to know. RPGs like Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana and strategy games like Shining Force were my go-to growing up. Oh, as has already answered it for us. Sims for sure. Yeah, that was one for me too. I had quite a few. Final Fantasy games, the 7, 8, 9 and 9, the PlayStation 1 ones were like a very big part of my childhood. 10 as well, but I was a bit older by the time that one came out. I also liked adventure games, like point and click adventure games. Let's merge those. Generally, I liked everything. Except for games that were too hard. And then when I grew up, I played Dark Souls. I actually don't know whether I would have played Dark Souls if it wasn't for being a streamer. So I feel like I played it for because people like to see me play it, because it's a hard game and entertaining to watch. But I ended up really enjoying it overall, but I probably would never have played if it wasn't for stream. The very first FF was yours, really? Final Fantasy 1? I've heard that that's one that people don't like as much, but it's probably because it's so dated now. That probably is why. But it was amazing back in the day. Oh yeah, another one for me, Pokemon Yellow. That was one for me as well. Do you have it on your iPad now? White tails make you happy with a lot of things. A happy person, right? Yeah. I had an okay childhood. People definitely probably had worse than me. It was the butt faces at school that I didn't like more than anything. There wasn't enough nerds at my school growing up, I feel. Not enough people into gaming. They were all like football hooligans. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that now. Merge them. Now that should look better now. So many assets I can't even find. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It'll probably update in a bit. Ooh, Doom. That was one genre I missed out on. Pardon me. Shooter games. First person shooters. I never really played them or got into them. I think I always liked seeing a character. Roll Cage series. FF7, yeah, FF7 was just my life. I'm so excited for the remake. Resident Evil 1 and 2. I played some Resident Evil, but overall I was too scared. Dino Crisis? I've not heard of that one. I feel like I knew now, because I had a PlayStation 1. GoldenEye 64 was the only FPS you enjoyed. I've heard very good things about that one, I have to say, even though I never played FPS. People in general who have very good taste in games always recommend that one. Alien vs Predator. You like the spoopy games, Kung? Like spoopy. I got scared really easily with things. That's what kept away from the spoopy ones. Okay, so we've done the B, so I can save it. And what else have we got? We've got to change the B asset in Silent Haven as well, because we've got the old B currently. Still okay. I'm still thinking I probably will change the flower asset, just get rid of its weird legs, so it looks. I want it to look more like the flower. Toxic plant. Let's just have another look at what it looks like. I've thought about slightly editing the toxic plant as well, but that's not an emergency. I'll leave it as it is at the moment. I want to make sure we get all the other assets in first. So we've got Stumpy here. Let's put him on random for now. So I want to see what he looks like when he walks. And we've got a deer. We need to make a deer. So and then we've got to do the tree. So those are the main things I want to get done. And then get the position of the sprites in, make sure we get them working. So I did find a deer asset. It's here, this one here, so I'm going to copy that. It's going to be a bigger one, the deer, I'd say, so we might have to make a new sprite sheet for this one. And also, I'm not a fan of how it does this to PNGs when you copy and paste them with the black background. So I'm going to save it. Save image as. And if I open it on Photoshop, the black background won't appear then. Made by Capcom. Yeah, I've heard of Capcom. Resident Evil, but dinosaurs instead of zombies. Oh my goodness. So it wasn't I take it wasn't as successful as Resident Evil though, because everyone's heard of Resident Evil. But Dinosaur Crisis though, I'm not. I'm gonna Google that one. I'm gonna see what it looks like. Okay, so save that. Let's open. I'm going to make a new sprite sheet for this one, because the deers are definitely going to be bigger than the enemies we've used. Played them with your big brother. Awesome. I'm just really glad my dad got me a PlayStation growing up and a Game Boy. Because, you know, like, I didn't grow up with a brother. I had a sister, so my parents could have easily thought, oh, they're girls, they do need computer games. But no, me and my sister, we got a console and a Game Boy. So yeah. Okay, need to get the grid correct. Is this the... I think that would probably be it. It looks like that would be it anyway. 48 by 64. Wait, it sort of isn't, because that's... This is a stranger. This is a stranger sprite sheet. It must be that then. But this one's taller if that's the case. I'm going to keep it as that. I'll just have to move them down slightly. Okay, I'm going to do my own grid for this. Oops. Okay, where's it gone? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it a bit longer. By 16. Is it Photoshop's gone really weird? It's balked on me. What are you doing? Menu's completely disappeared because I did something. It's my own fault. There we go. Just have to leave it like that for now. Okay, image, canvas size 16, extra height. Okay, so we're gonna have to move them down a bit. I bet these deers are gonna look the cutest though. Oh, we chopped a bit off by accident. Hello again, welcome back, True Baldy. Hope your journey back from work went well. We're working on our deer asset now. We're gonna turn him into a silhouette in a sec. Give it a try when you can with PS1 emulator, just to warn you. It's hard. Oh, then I'll be terrible. Is it scary? Because she says if it's like Resident Evil except dinosaurs. If it's scary, I'm gonna get scared of Kira. Yes, unfortunately the license died. Yeah, it's a shame that it didn't really get that well known then. If it was good. Hi Smile Bring, how you doing? It's good to see you again. Nice deer, it is. We're very lucky that we've got a deer asset, you know, because sometimes one of the downfalls with having enemy sprites on the map is that it can sometimes be hard to find an actual sprite for the monster that you're doing. It can be a challenge, but we've been lucky. We've been finding some really cool ones. Okay, so let's turn him into a silhouette. And fingers crossed he's still going to look amazing. And like a deer. He looks adorable. Look at those antlers. He looks thick on that one. But we will be using the side assets, I think. I want to just make sure we've got it lined up properly. It's not scary, it's more having a huge tension. Okay, I like horror. I think I like horror more if it doesn't involve jump scares. If it's like very cleverly done with tension and there's like a sort of psychological element to it, then I'll probably be much more fond of it than I would if it's just a complete jump scare game. Okay. I've lined it up so their legs are at the bottom, and that way hopefully they will look okay when they're moving. Oh, so I'm going to save this one. Oh no, we can't yet. I've just realised we have to make it into a proper sprite sheet again. So 144 times 4. Damn, I'm getting a calculator. I'm sorry, I forgot maths when I left school. I'm not going to add up when there's a calculator app. This deer looks more like a good companion than an enemy. Oh no, True Bold, he's going to have to get killed. But he looks far more scary in battle, because we've got the another art asset for the deer, and he looks far more scary in that one. He's got red eyes, so there you go. That's scary, right? 576. Okay, so 432. There we go. So we'll just copy and paste this bad boy. He's not a bad boy, he's a good boy. No, he's a bad boy because he's an enemy. How can he be a good boy if he's an enemy? Can't see him because toolbars in there. There we go. We have to do it like this because this is the setup RPG Maker requires for the sprites. Even though we don't need all these assets, we unfortunately do have to set it up like this, otherwise it won't work. So now we got a 256, and we gotta just copy and paste him all the way down now as well. Merge visible. I think that's correct. Get rid of the grid now. Save. Let's see how he looks. I can't wait to see how he looks. Red eyes must be evil. Yeah, anything with red eyes is evil. I had red eyes once. Contact lenses, of course. No jump scares. Oh, awesome, Akira. Then it's good in my books. Probably to avoid people getting a heart attack. Yeah, guys, I used to play some horror games on stream, and I screamed a lot. There's clips. There's clip evidence of it. It shows how scared I get. You are just going to double them up to a full sprite. I mean, you can also leave the rest empty now. Oh, that's a point, Smile Bringer. I could always just leave them empty and not put all the deers there. See, this is what I mean. I completely didn't even think of that. Right, so right. Let's save it once again. I forgot the folder it goes in. Characters, that's it. I always keep thinking it goes in the enemies folder, but it doesn't. It goes in the characters folder. Enemies 4 for this one. But at least we've got it there. So if we ever get big enemies around this size again, I'll just use this same sprite sheet. We'll just get rid of one of the deers to put a new enemy in place. Hi Kay, how are you doing? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Going to engage everyone today since I'm slacking at work. You're slacking, are you, Richard? I believe the main requirement for RPG Maker is that the sprite sheet is of a certain size. Yeah, I thought that, you know. I was like, doesn't it have to be a certain size? But from what it looks like, we can have them at any size. So I'm just going to get maybe it's different for MV, but let's get rid of this internet. There we go. So I'm just, because I tested it on the B and it worked fine. I was shocked actually. I didn't expect it to. So now hopefully, yeah, the deer looks like it's fine too. So we're going to pop him in. There he is. He's standing right there. He's there above my head. I'm covering him up. How dare I? How dare I cover up that precious beast? What do I mean? He's not a beast. He's a beautiful creature. So he's there. He should work fine. And then we've got Stumpy over there. Stumpy should be facing his side as well. Are they both on random? Nope. So they're both on random. I'm going to test now. I'm going to go to this map and see. I'm going to actually put a save point in Silent Haven as well. Put it there. I'm going to put a save point in Silent Haven just so we don't have to keep going through all the areas when we test. Let's see. No problem, Rose. I just thought about while you were doubling them up. I remember my wife only putting one square of her full character. Next time I'll do it that way. It just still saves a lot of time for sure. I agree, Smile. I'm like that as well, Kung. Sometimes I know the game, but I don't know the company. Work at a laboratory and have a badge of Umbrella Corp on my work keychain, do you? Awesome. Hi R44, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. And thank you for the follow, Yara, as well. I hope I haven't missed any other follows because I've set up Streamlabs to give me a sound alert when I get a follow so I don't miss it, but for some reason it's not working at the moment. And I did do a test today. I opened Streamlabs and tested my alerts and there was sound then on the test. But for some reason when I've actually gone live it decides it doesn't want to work. Love the movies, never played the game. Think was too young when they came out. Would you been scared, Kung? I think I watched the first movie but not the others. Okay, time to test again. So yeah, I'm 100% pleased with the mushroom. Toxic plant, sort of pleased with it, but might change its head shape a little bit. But it's not the priority yet. I'm more likely going to change the flower asset first. Because the flower... Oh, yeah, this is a problem. Sometimes the overlay for the previous Parallax map takes a few seconds to disappear, and I did think I solved that problem. So I need to figure out why it's doing that, because we can't be having that when the game gets released. Sometimes it's very random, sometimes it doesn't do it and other times it does. Like, for example, here it's worked fine when moving to this map. probably be scared. I was scared then and I'd be scared now. Right, scaredy cat. The problem is behind my head. What's behind my head? Yeah, I got a funny idea for Raindrop Chronicles. Why not add in the little talk option inside the player menu, which gives little talk between the characters with little... Ooh, is it if you want to find a screenshot of something that to show me visually what that is, Akira, that would be really helpful, just so I understand fully what you mean. Because I'm always up for adding cool features. As long as there's a plugin for them on RPG Maker. There is a lot of plugins out there. I mean, I say that, and there wasn't a plugin for a custom hero, so I did it myself. But it depends how hard it would be for me to do myself. Oh, okay, we need to save as well. I forgot that we put a save point there. Do on that one. I'm always better with visual things for, like, when it comes to understanding something, seeing an image, a picture of it, I get it better than written word. That's kind of my style. We're all like, there's like visual learner. What other types of learners are there? I remember that I did a test once and that's what I got, visual learner. Not in my mind actually. Okay. You could always do a scribble, I suppose, a little sketch. It can be added by adding text dialogues to the character events. Is there a plugin for it then? If Smile seems to understand what it is. Or can you just do it with in-game things? I apologise. Sometimes I don't always understand something straight away. Okay, where is our deer? Where is he? Is he hiding behind a tree? There he is. Oh my goodness, what a majestic creature. What a cutie pie. And there's Stumpy. Stumpy's hiding behind a tree too, and sometimes that's the problem with having it on random. They can like hide for ages somewhere. Awesome. So they're fine. I'm happy with those assets. I'm thinking, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to make the deer a little touch bigger, but it's passable like that. We'll see. Okay, now let's cross off. Skyrim and Fallout. Just trying to figure out what I was thinking of. Are we talking characters that she plays with, or the characters that are in the game that can be talked to? The playable characters. Inside the inventory menu, add an option talk with an open dialogue between the character and the party. So, oh, I was going to get the menu up then, but then I realised we're not in game. Like a silly. I think I really like the sound of that, I have to say. I just want to fully understand what it means. But the whole idea of dialogue and talking is always fun and will help give the characters personality and stuff, and have a little banter. And we're going to have a relationship system in the game as well. I know RPG Maker can do that sort of thing, so I'm excited for that too. Okay, so yeah, we've laid out the enemies we want here. So Tallstone Mountain. I did say just one deer and one stump, but part of me thinks we should have more. But hang on a minute, I'm gonna get paint up again. So map 5, I've said Stumpy and the deer will be in there, and so will the big tree. So I'm going to copy the deer and we'll go to Serpent's Fork. Yeah, I think deer, deer, Stumpy, and then big tree there. Maybe like the big tree could be like the mini boss before the boss, because when we go there, when we go up there, we'll be here, and this will, a cutscene will begin at this point, and we will encounter the first boss of the game. The first boss that is still a mystery at the moment. We don't currently know who it is, but it'll be super fun when we decide together who that will be. We see paint now, yay! That's like my little sketch, my messy sketch of Lakefall and the Everbloom Forest. Which enemies are going to be on what map. Okay, so big tree asset now. Now this one's going to be the biggest challenge. This one's going to be the biggest challenge, guys. I am nervous to see how this will go. So, for anyone who's wondering what this enemy is, this is the one we're doing next. This big tree here. We've done the deer. See, it's an evil deer. He looks a bit pixelated because I had to reduce the image size, but he looks more evil on the image, doesn't he? He's got red eyes, and that's Stumpy. So this is the only enemy we haven't done a sprite for yet. All the others we have. So let's do him. And the plan was, because there isn't an actual moving tree in existence on the internet, my plan was to use Stumpy, who is here. Let's get Stumpy up. Where are you, Stumpy? We've lost him. One sec, I must have crossed off the... Oh, here we go. He's here. So using Stumpy's sprite and just sticking a tree on top of it. a tray. So right, so let's try our best. I'm going to copy and paste this one. We're going to need a massive, we're going to need this one to be a big one, because he's a big boy, this tree is. So it didn't copy it because I had the wrong layer selected. Your dog likes my accent. Oh, bless him. What a cutie. I create an Excel and add the Ethereal Forest idea and talk option inside. Oh, awesome, Akira. Awesome for sure. And if there is any games that have that sort of thing that you have to, seeing screenshots of that would be very beneficial for me, because then I'd know exactly what you're referring to. So I want to make sure I understand, and I've got the exact feature in mind that you have. Yeah, for sure, Kira, if you've got any more, add those in too. She's just staring at the screen with ears perked. Oh, what sort of dog is she? Also, if you want to put pictures of your doggo in the Discord, that we'd love to see. We've got a special channel for pets actually, because we always want to see pets. Pets brighten up anybody's day. Okay, so this is Stumpy, but we're going to have to make him bigger. I've really screwed up Photoshop today. We need to shut it down and open it again. Right, canvas size then. Hang on, I need to, what is it at the moment? 32 by 32, so .96 by 96 might be a good size then. So 3 times bigger than it currently is. This time though, we're not going to put the tree on all of them. We're going to take Smilebringer's advice. German Shepherd! Oh, they're adorable. They are. They're one of my favourite breeds actually. Golden Retrievers and German Shepherds are my faves. Height. I'm getting confused, I have to say. Because we're making this so much bigger and I'm getting confuzzled. My brain has turned to mush. Let's get a ruler. It's not snapping properly. When it's not properly, please behave yourself, Photoshop. I literally want you there and you're not doing it. I'll have to do. Okay, so yeah, we need 4 times bigger. That's it. I get it now. Oh my god, he's going to be so big. Oh my god, I'm Photoshop, go away. Photoshop isn't working for me today. Okay. $196 divided by 4 to 124. Okay, so I think we've got the sizes, but now we have to actually get Stumpy into position. So we have to spread him out. We have to get rid of the arms as well. So I'm not going to get him in the exact position for now. I'm just going to get him spread out. And this way, the base, the bottom part, will animate as it should because we're using Stumpy for it. And Stumpy walks fine. And then he'll just have a tree on top of him. That is literally the best idea I can think of to get this asset. This is going to be hard to find a game with this talk option. I know a game, but I don't have the name. Oh no! You might think of it, Akira. And it all depends if RPG Maker allow it to be possible as well. And even if they're kind of the exact thing, maybe there'd be something similar. Seemed like Smallbringer thought that there could be though, but we'll see. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so I think he's mostly in the same position. He might be a pixel off in some areas, but let's get rid of the arms now. Then we'll find a good tree that will fit on top of him perfectly. You know when you have a high ponytail like me, like I've got, after a while it really it weighs on your head. But I like it. I think I look cute. Just filling in his mouth a bit because he doesn't. There we go. Okay, so we gotta find a good tree now. What does the tree even look like? Okay, I'm gonna search. Site to tree. Okay, so we've got some trees here. We've got to just pick the best one that looks the best for on top of Stumpy. And the silhouette. Oh, whoa, look at these creepy trees. Holy butts. Maybe that one there. The smaller one, because we don't want one that's too big. But it has to be what fits and what looks the best. So I'm just going to save that. Open it in Photoshop. Let's see. Right, oh my goodness! Oh my god. Oh wait, I'm just emotional because I haven't seen Beard in ages. How are you doing? How's it going, Beard? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Beard. How's it going, Beard? It's so good to see you back on Twitch. You have been missed very much. He is back. Let's have a warm welcome back for Beard, chat. Beard is a dear friend who has had a break from Twitch recently, and he looks like he's coming back. I hope work's been treating you well, Beard, and life. We're doing some enemy assets today in the game. We're doing our best to make them look good. I'm doing so well. I've missed you, Akira. Yay! Akira's getting super into this game as well. He's like got a massive backstory for his character. It's awesome. Okay, so that tree might be small actually. I don't know. We'll see. I've got so many tabs open that I'm... Yeah, I think this tree might be small, but we'll see. Might be okay. We'll make it into a silhouette and see what it looks like. Oh my goodness! Richard! Thank you for gifting the sub to Beard. Going on the sub screen and it's lagging. Here we go. Thank you so much. Yay. Let's have some hype, guys. What is with all this? There's money. Let's have some hype. Let's see all those hype emotes. Yay. Awesome. My account got hacked, and when I finally got back, Twitch suspended me on false grounds. What on earth? Why did they do that? Silly Twitch. But what happened with the hack? Who hacked you? I hope whoever it is, I hope you've given them a good telling off. What a butt face. Yeah, thank you for the hype, guys. You're all awesome. And thank you so much for gifting that sub to Beard, Richard. That's very kind of you to do that. And Muffin Man, so how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to the stream. And thank you for joining on that hype as well, Muffin Mansa and Akira and Kung. That was about as excited as I've seen you get on stream next to you accidentally saying my name. Really? Yeah, it's been a long time. Beard's been away from Twitch for a while, so I was shocked. It's like out, out seeing an old friend again, you know. You're going to get emotional. Some Russian dude. Oh, silly. Well, I'm glad it's sorted now. It's just a relief that it is finally sorted, and to see you back, and I hope life's good. I'm doing mostly better. Yay! Yeah. You were sick, weren't you, Muffin Man? So I'm hoping that is getting better. Predictable, yeah, it is. Also, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this tree. It looks a bit blurry. Let's see what it looks like if we sharpen it. It looks a little bit better then. It's got a weird shadow that we might have to delete first. We'll see if we can make it fit. We need to do a little bit of editing here probably to make it look good. Yeah, it's actually a little bit small compared to Stumpy, so Things can look weird though when you resize them. So I try to avoid doing that if possible. Yeah, it's created a blurry look, but sometimes it actually doesn't look too bad to sharpen it when it's a silhouette. It would do if it wasn't. No, it would look awful if it wasn't a silhouette. So it suspended me because they says I made an illegal purchase when I resubbed to 2 channels, so that was great. Sounds like it was, you know, an error on their part then doing that. Yeah, silly. I can understand you getting angry at that because it's silly. But at least you're back now. By the way, Rez, something is wrong with bearded character on the stream. It used your character sprite instead of his character. Oh yeah, thank you for letting me know, Akira. This is easy enough to do. What we do is we have a command. I think it's exclamation mark change. The Swedish beard. Exclamation mark avatar. And then the Swedish beard again. And then it should change it to Swedish Beard's character in the game. Let's see if it does. Is he hiding at the moment? Yay! It looks like he's changed. He'll come out from behind me soon. Yeah, that's what happens. Like, you have to change the graphic and then it'll stay like that forever. Hooray, look, your character's on the screen, Beard. He's with our characters now. Look, Bearded, the little demon on the stream. It's me, Legion. Yeah, Kira's got a character in the game now as well. He's a half demon and he's got a really awesome backstory. I'm very shy, yeah. Yeah, I don't look like me on my character. You don't have to at all. Like I've said to everybody, your character can be whatever you want them to be. Silent and Lost is a guy. And his character's a girl, a cat girl, so, you know, you can be as different as you want to be, or you can be as similar as you want to be. Okay, this is a challenge for sure with this bloody tree business. It looks lopsided at the moment. Let's fix it. The main thing is that we're trying to achieve with this is to get a tree that actually walks, and that's why we're using this as a base, because this is already an animated walking stump. Doesn't have to look perfect as long as it looks like a tree and it walks, right? And I do want to make an edit to some of the sprites we've already got, so I'm not 100% happy with some of them. But I just want to get them on the screen for now. So they're there. Looks really beardy. He's a sorcerer. He's our magic playable character in the game. And we all need a sorcerer, don't we? Okay, so I think we've got it, guys. I think we've got our tree. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just copy. Oh, where did it go? We're going to just copy. And fingers crossed it actually walks. It should do, because it's basically Stumpy with a tree on top. Once we've done this, we'll test it and see. Yep, that's why his Swedish beard. It's very good to see you guys. It is. It's an absolute pleasure, Beard, to see you again. And I hope you like the bat emotes. I mean, I'm a vampire and a bat, so it fits. Sorcerers need Beard to be able to sorcery. He looks like a very convincing sorcerer. Like, he's great. I did a lot of editing with Beard's character as well, because RPG Maker didn't even have a long beard, can you believe it or not? They didn't even have the cat. They kind of had a cape, but I had to edit it a bit, and I'm happy with how it looks now. Those trees look dapper with their top hats. Yeah. Thank you, Rex. The top hat is gone. I hope it still looks cool, bye. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that host, Willow Scale. How are you doing? How was your stream? Welcome in, guys. How are you doing? Let's give a shout out to the lovely Charlie, who you should all check out. She loves her RPGs. She plays Elder Scrolls Online. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good stream? Hope it went well. Stream was great, thanks. How are you? I'm doing good, Willow Scale. I'm having a nice stream. Yay, raid hype. Let's have some hype, guys. Welcome in the Raiders and Charlie. How is Elder Scrolls treating you? Is it fun? Honestly, I've been tempted to start playing that game many times, but I just keep holding back. Because another MMO, it's another addiction. Thank you for the hype, guys. You're the best. And let's catch up on chat. I'm definitely behind today. Yay, Rex and Beardo reunited. Good, we did some PvP today. Oh boy, we got our butts kicked. Oh, did you? Oh no. I'm awful at PvP. That's my confession. I keep away from it because I always lose. All the time. Okay, so we're making some assets, guys, today in our game, basically. Right, let's just show you. We're just making a silhouette tree. This tree is meant to walk, so we're going to test if it walks soon. We're putting all our enemy sprites on our maps at the moment, because we don't have random battle encounters in this RPG. People decided they hate random battles and get annoyed by them, so we've got map encounters instead. So if you walk into the enemies, you will be taken into the battle screen. So we're putting them on the map at the moment, and yeah, it's fun. We've got a lot of maps. We've got 6 altogether. Welcome back, True Baldy. I'm really into RPGs. I've finally started watching Critical Role. Can't believe I missed it for this long. Oh my god, Beard. I'm in a D&D campaign as well. I'm with Special Stream Cannon. He's the dungeon master, and it's super fun. We do it every 2 weeks on a Sunday. And this game is very much, you know, we improvise the story as we go along, so it's kind of very similar to D&D in that way, how we write the story. We don't have a clue what's going to happen yet. I only ever do team-based PvP, but that's super rare for me to do. Yeah, if I'm ever going to do PvP, I'd have to be forced. But if anyone here is curious about our project, if you don't know much about it, guys, I'm going to give you a couple of commands to read. Those are our 2 important commands. And once you get 500 raindrops, you can be a character in the game too. It used to be much higher than that, but I recently reduced it just to give people more of a chance to not like scare away newcomers to the stream. I don't have a game in mind, but I have an example. You open the inventory menu, you open the talk option, a dialogue window opens and you see hero and legion. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste everything you say, Akira, because for that I'm going to have to use my brain. I'm going to have to get my brain into gear to understand that one, but I'm going to get my notepad doc up and I'm going to copy and paste it and I'm going to give it a read. And I'll talk to you later as well, and see if we can, if there's a plugin as well for something like this. Yeah, I saw. Yay. Okay, so what we're doing. We're going to test this tree that we've made to see if he walks, but before we do that we have to get the sprite sheet set up properly because it's a butt face. Oh, we haven't done the bottom one. Right, let's just merge it all. Actually no, I'll merge it at the end. This might look terrible when it's walking, who knows. We'll soon see. I think this part, the base here, just like moves very subtly and gives the impression that it's a walking tree. So hopefully it'll work out. Merge visible. Right, we got to do the thingy-majig where we make it bigger. So what's 288 times 4? A calculator. Because I don't do maths, no way. 864 apparently. Okay, so I'll clear those guides now. And that sprite sheet should hopefully work. I'm a bit concerned though that it's going to be too small, because maybe we'll have a limit on how big the sprites can be, but we'll soon see. This is a test. I'm actually not very confident that this tree guy is going to work out amazingly well, but we'll soon see. He's our last sprite for this forest. Then once we've done him, we've done all the on-map enemy sprites that we need to do, and then we can move on to actually thinking of some skills for them. And that'll be fun. I wonder what skills a living tree could have. We've thought of the skills for our toxic plant and mushroom. The toxic plant has poison. Well, poison's going to be the only status debuff thingy element that we're going to have in this dungeon, because I don't want to punish you guys too much. Okay, so also, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, chat. I'm being slow again. Sometimes like I'm looking and I'm doing something, and then I look at chat and I realise how behind I am. So let's catch up. Okay, I'm binging Critical Role in only 4 to 5 weeks. I've watched 64 episodes. My God, and they're 3 to 4 hours long. Canon loves that show, and so do our friends that watch D&D. They actually, I think, met the cast because they went to a convention. Not Canon, but Canon's friends. So, jelly. Hi, Cappy. Welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I played D&D a couple of years ago. I was a dwarf cleric with Tourette's. That's so cool. I'm a bard tiefling with orange hair in my campaign, and she's also an alcoholic. And she also vomits on dwarves because dwarves give her cheek all the time, so she vomits on them when she's drunk. Are you using a specific tool or game engine to create your RPG game? Else are you using a specific programming language? RPG Maker MV, Cappy. I've recently put it in my stream title actually, because a lot of people are asking me that question, and understandably so. It says now RPG Maker, so peeps can know. If you're curious about Legion on the Discord theme, there's 4 links to 4 Google Docs about Legion's backstory. Yeah, Akira's really took his character into his own hands, and I want to make sure people know that they don't have to do that if they don't want to. Obviously, if you want to, you can write a doc out all your character's backstory and what you'd like their quest to be, because every character in this game, every community character that has a character sheet, they'll have their own quest line, and that can be decided by you, or it can be decided by me and the rest of the community, because I don't want to force people. I know some people have made a character sheet and they don't particularly they'll probably be not too involved in the game, but they've still got a character, so we'll do that for them. That's totally fine. It'll be fun to do anyway. But if you like Akira, if you want to take control and write your own quest line, then you can, for sure, if that interests you. That sounds freaking awesome, Rose. Yay. Hi, Dan. How are you doing? Welcome. I also created a game with RPG Maker. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, Dan. And yes, RPG Maker is great software, guys. It's not overwhelming. It's easy to use. You don't even have to be a coder. I'm not a coder. I've never studied code before. No, didn't do it in school when I was there. So I just, I just fluke my way through it, I guess. But it's not even too hard. So if it's a very good introductory game software to use. I started using it when I was 12. And I made a game, but it was terrible. I mean, I can do a backstory for sure. Yeah, Beard, like you've got your sorcerer guy. If you ever wanna, write a little paragraph or a bit of information about what his quest line could be, then that would be great. Akira's really gone all out, and he's put it in the creative work channel in our Discord for his character, and it's going to be a while till we meet Akira's character in the story. He's not going to be in episode 1 most likely, because this game will be released episodically. We're not going to have a full game for you guys to wait for. It will be released in segments, so that way you'll have something to play at least. I have so much downtime at work. Yay! Well, that's always good to hear, Beard. Yay, I was an output person bard monk when I played Barnaby Elson. The party could only hear him say who, but NPCs could hear him just fine. I'm going to burp, guys. When I was reading what Muffin Mouse was saying, a burp was desperate to come out. An owl person, though. You mean like an actual human with an owl face? That sounds so cool. I didn't even know owl people existed in D&D. I'm still a very D&D noob, much a D&D noob, to be honest. But I'm having a blast, I enjoy it. The assets, you make them? Nope. I basically do everything in the game apart from the assets. So I've got an assets command. All the level design done in this dungeon and stuff has been done by me, and everything else, I've got a YouTube channel, guys, and I've labelled and categorised it all now as well, every single video that I've put up. So some of them are about world building, some of them are about character creation, some are about writing dialogue, some are about level design and mapping, some are about creating enemies and skills and all that stuff, and all the little features and plugins. So I'm going to try and keep up with that labelling so everybody knows what H-Stream is about. But yeah, it's just fun to work on. I mean, games are very, a time-consuming project as it is, and artwork even more so. But I think level design can be harder than doing the actual art sometimes. It's a challenge for sure. I've never really done level design before, but I'm pretty pleased with what I've done with this forest so far. Well, it's done now. The forest is basically mostly done. We've got our 6 screens. There's still a few visual glitches I've got to sort out that I've noticed, but it's mostly done. So yeah, this is what we've been working on for a while now, and we've recently completed it. And also, guys, in case you don't know, if you hover over the stream, there's a little extension. If you click on the icon of the extension, a little pop-up will come out and it'll tell you all the tasks that we've got planned, the next few tasks that we're focusing on, basically. This is my last week at my current job and company, and stuck with tons of things to do. Oh no. Have you decided to leave, Cappy? Barnaby was a man bird covered in feathers, bird head and bird-like feet. That's so cool. Is there a picture of Barnaby? I want to see him, Muffin Mancer. Thank you, Don, for the follow. I appreciate that. Canon is getting a commission done of all our characters, so there'll be some artwork of my character Sage soon. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. Sadly, no. Oh no. I want to see at least what an owl person looks like, though. I'm leaving. This is my last week, though. Haha. Well, I hope it ends well, and I hope that what you do after your job will be even more awesome. I'm sure it will. I wish you the best, Cappy. Okay, so what were we doing? Right, we didn't do the tree, so let's test how this tree is going to look. Basically, we used a base, this stump base, to make him. I'm going to get my paint file up so you can see. This is just a rough sketch of the 6 screens of this forest and the enemies that we're going to have on each of them. And that's the stump and the tree. When we're in battle, that's the assets that we'll be using for them. So yeah, we had to make convincing silhouette animated sprites of them on this map, and so I'll try my best. Why is it called? Okay, I think it's the right size though. Fingers crossed. We're gonna test it now. I have a feeling it's gonna be a disaster, but maybe I'm being skeptical. We'll see. Oh, I didn't change its path to random, I don't think. Yeah, oh, it's fine, it's on random. So let's do a test play then. Greetings, hi Lord Maxin, welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. How are you doing today? I subbed to your YouTube. Thank you, Beard. Thank you for anyone that's subbed. I appreciate it. I'm going to be uploading 3 times a week. Basically, all I'm going to be uploading on YouTube is what these streams are. So the main reason I'm doing it is because Twitch doesn't save VODs forever. These VODs of the streams will disappear eventually after a couple of weeks. So I'm saving every single stream and uploading them on YouTube, just so we've got them all. Everything from the start to the end of the development process, it'll all be there. And we're on stream 34 today of this, so yay. Alright. I've come to dance about and eat scones. Scones. I say scone. What do you guys say? Do you say scone or scone? I say scone. But everybody says it differently, don't they? And if you want to read more about our project, Lord, if you're curious, these are our comments. So it's good to see some new faces. We're getting a lot of new faces lately, and it's nice to see people are interested in this game. Because it's going to be free to play, guys, as well. You won't have to pay a penny when you play it. Tell all your friends about it as well. I've set myself a challenge, a stupid challenge that is obviously not going to happen, which is make it the longest single player RPG of all time. I'll be in the Guinness Book of Records for creating the longest RPG game ever, but it's so not going to happen because I googled it. What is the current longest RPG? And it's I think it's, yeah, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate said, and that is 600 hours and nearly 700 hours long. So I mean, this to me is what I do on Twitch now, so it's probably gonna, as long as I keep streaming, this is what I'm doing. So who knows? We're releasing it as episodes, so you know they'll all be like lots of little ones, but if they're all put together, maybe it'll end up super long. Scone here, you say scone. Okay, now fingers crossed this tree looks okay. And yeah, in this game a lot of stuff will be optional as well. Like, I'll probably want the main quest to be reasonably long but doable, you know, like a normal RPG. But the optional stuff, there's going to be loads. Like, all the characters in the game are going to have their own quest line, and that'll take time. Scones. Scone. I love the little deer. I don't want to kill him. Next dungeon as well, guys, that we'll be doing is this cave here. I wonder who will be in the cave. If we'll meet anybody. Hi Dirty, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And Crispy as well. I don't think I said hi. Thank you, Lord, for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. Oh my god, are we gonna... I've got to sort out that problem when you walk up. It takes you back to the previous screen because that could be annoying. How's the tree look? Where's the tree? Where's he gone? Has he not even appeared? Is he too big for the map? There it is. Oh my god, it looks weird. Hang on a minute. There's something very wrong with it, but it's gonna move. So it needs to be bigger, I think. Hang on. It's not dreadful. It's something I think we need to fix a few little things. It needs to be larger because this tree is a beast. I'm still unsure about the actual treetop asset we've used. It's got too many leaves, I think. Because the actual tree we've got doesn't really. But at least we've got sprites on the map that are moving now. So basically what they should do now is when you walk into them, it'll take you into battle. But we haven't set that up yet. Dinner was tasty, lasagna, yummy. I've got dinner soon. This stream's gone really fast again. I'm good, and you? I'm good, Dirty. Doing good. I'm doing well. Okay, so we've got all the sprites on the map, guys, and I'm not going to do any more sprite editing for now. Some that I want to change, though. The tree, I want to improve that. So I'm going to just make a note. I want to change the big tree a little bit, quite a bit actually, just make it look better. I think the stump and the deer are fine, the mushroom's fine, and the bee's fine now. I want to change the flower sprite, and I want to change the toxic plant perhaps, maybe. So I'm going to put maybe in brackets. Okay. And the next step is getting the enemy indicators up. And doing them for all the sprites. But I think that's fair. I think 3 on that map is good. That's currently not going to have any sprites on because this is where the first boss is going to be. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. Now we've got a half hour left of stream, so I'm going to switch to something else just so we can have a break from this sprite stuff, because I'm going to do the rest of it off stream, the sprite editing, and show you guys next week how it all looks, and then we can spend next week doing skills. So if we open the database, these are our skills so far. We've sorted out the toxic plant and the mushroom skills, so we'll have a little practice at the battle and see how they work. And we've got to just do all the other enemy skills, and we've got to make sure the battles aren't too hard but aren't too easy either, and we want them to be fun as well. But they have to be reasonably easy because it's the first dungeon. Thank you for the follow, Hare. I'll call you Hare. It's a cool name. Yum lasagna. Speaking of super long games, Digimon World 3 PS1 100% completion speedrun was estimated to be 500 plus hours. Nobody's completed that particular challenge last I checked. One guy tried, but he had to quick go to hospital because he made himself super sick. Oh my goodness. You know, I'd love someone to speedrun Raindrop Chronicles. I'd be so curious how quick someone could do it. That would be fun. This is a fun thing about making games. And when we've done episode 1, I'm going to totally make a trailer for it, of all the best parts. Looks like the little tree is lurking behind the big one to jump the character. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm glad we got him working. The sprite was large enough, but I want him bigger. I want him to look more menacing, the tree. He's kind of like a mini boss, the tree is, before the actual boss. And I might just change the look of the sprite a bit to make it look a bit more real. But yay, they're all working. And so, yeah, we're going to be focusing on making the skills next week for these enemies, and also we'll be starting the dialogue of the main quest. So if we open our Instagram page, let's have a look. Let's get our Instagram page up. I'm a hungry one. I might have to get a snack, but I'll ruin my dinner. My goodness, guys. 22 likes. I've never been this popular before. Well, thank you. Guys, if you want to see our Instagram, this is the link to it. So this is what I'm just gonna have a quick look at now for the last part of the stream. So I uploaded these screenshots today. These are just the first 3 areas of the Everbloom Forest. So with this Instagram, I'm gonna go for a kind of storytelling theme with it. I'm gonna use the Instagram to tell the main story. So this was the very first submission. This one, I started it off. This was what I wrote, and this part in the white text here was written by Chuck. He won. His poll got the most vote. Well, his submission got the most votes in the poll, and basically we need to put together that scene because we still haven't done it yet, because it all takes part in the Everbloom Forest, all this does. And then we got to do the dialogue and put it together. And these screens are like the Everbloom Forest. So next we're going to do chapter 1 part 2, and that takes part here in this little hut here. And then once we've done that, I'll put the last 3 screens of the Everbloom Forest down. Because I want it to be all ordered and tell a story sort of thing. Okay, so we recently we closed the poll for chapter 1 part 2 this week on Monday, and it was decided which won, and I've got all that written down and screenshotted, so we could make this visual graphic and upload it on Instagram as well. And yeah, once we've done all of the cutscenes and dialogue for these, we can do chapter 1 part 3 then as well, and you guys can submit some story ideas for that. That'll be fun. I know, I realised that little tree was a sprite. Oh right. My suggestion, you can ignore it if you want, for the tree's walking sprite, make the trunk shorter. It looks too top heavy. Okay, let's have a little peek actually, Muffin Mancer. Make it shorter. Okay, so have a stub be a shorter trunk, is that what you mean? And thank you for the follow, Alba, I appreciate that. And Clown, welcome, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, Clown? You having a good week? Yes, okay. So I'm going to just get Photoshop up a second. We'll have a little peek. Yeah. So I do feel like there's something about the tree that needs editing, and maybe you were right, Muffin Man. So that's what it is. You know, when you look at something and you think, there's something that needs changing there. So I'm going to just copy and paste what you said, and I'm going to put it on Notepad next to where I've put change tree sprite. Because otherwise I'll just forget what you guys have said, and then I'll be like, oh no, what was it? Better week now. I'm off work. Yay for days off. If you want to know about Project Clown, then this is the command. We're making a game together. Sorry, I need to rush. It was good seeing you guys again. That's awesome, Beard. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It was awesome to catch up. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I hope you enjoy your gift sub as well. Oops. From Richard. Okay, so I've got that notepad file sorted. There we go. So let's go back to our Instagram. So right, so I'm going to just open the paint file of the story. Now this one is a bit shorter than the previous chapter. I've got burps today. Okay, so this is a screenshot that I took of chapter 1 part 2. So it was mine that got the most votes. So the controversial winner, the controversial submission in my opinion, but it'll be fun. It'll be totally fun. So I'm going to just write this up. It's short, so it won't take too long. The hero hears... I hope the keyboard noises aren't too annoying, guys. I need a quieter keyboard. I have a really cheap, loud one. The hero hears the scream again. I should have copied and pasted this like a normal person instead of a screenshot. Well, it's always good to have screenshots. I want to like put them somewhere, but I haven't figured out where would be a good place. So in this part of the story, I've introduced a character, me. I'm in the story now. Well, not officially because we haven't yet done it. We haven't made the scene yet. It'll be fun though because we haven't really done much of that yet in the streams. I feel like the majority has been level design and mapping so far. We've had a few world building streams as well. But we haven't really spent much time doing dialogue or cutscene streams. But that'll be coming up because we've got 2 parts of chapter 1 to do. Hi Scott, how are you doing? Good to see you again. How's your day going? Do you code sometimes? Sometimes you need to change your JavaScript code in RPG Maker MV. I'm not a coder, no. That's why I'm using RPG Maker instead of Unity or anything. But I can like work my way around it. You know, I created my own custom hero sort of script, and it works. You guys can make whatever you want as your custom hero. Took a lot of assets though. I had to. There's a lot of assets there, like hundreds. But you can have a bearded hero, you can have him be a guy or a girl, you can have him be pale, you can have him be anything really. Sorry, I'm making dinner here. I was looking for plugins or methods to create that menu that SCP was talking about. Oh cool, that's awesome. And if you do find a method for that Smallbringer, then pop it in the Discord or something, and I'll have a little look at it. I gave her an example. Yeah, Akira wrote something down for me and I copied and pasted it so I could read later when I could concentrate more. I find it hard. Sometimes it can be a challenge to focus on something that involves your brain on stream, because there's so much to keep up with chat and also the game as well. I'm doing well, kind of stuck on deciding what to work on. Oh, what are your choices, Scott? Maybe we can help you out. Okay, little girl follows the hero. Basically, guys, at the moment I've just got Notepad open and I'm just copying this text into Notepad because I'm going to create a Photoshop visual graphic of this story and put it on Instagram. We've already done it for the first part, and it's just a way for people to keep up with the story in the most in a good way, in an easy way, should I say. So people know what's happening. Music, art, programming, design, pretty much every aspect, all of them. So why not all of them then? Because too much. It can be too much. That's why I'm not doing the art in this game, because, well, I just want to challenge myself in areas that I have a bit less experience in for this project, because I feel like I can already do art, so I want to do something new and different, like actually put a game together. And art is very, very time consuming in itself, and it would just really extend the the length of the project development. So basically, my idea that won the poll, for those that don't know, involves me, my character, getting sacrificed to the monster living in the Everbloom Forest, and that monster will be the first boss, who we currently don't know who it is or what they are, but we will all decide together on a poll when the time is right. So I will tell you now, my character is not going to die. They will not be sacrificed to the monster, but it's just a plot device to get my character kind of involved with the custom hero. But something will happen. Stuff's going to go down, basically. Can't do them all at once. Yeah, you can't. You have to pick and choose. You have to choose what areas you're going to work on. With this project, I decided everything but art and sound. So the art and the music and sound, I'm using other people's assets, and it takes the pressure off, and it lets me concentrate on other areas of the game, like the writing and the design and everything else, the code, whatever. Stuff's gonna get messy. It is. Hi Jackie, welcome. How are you doing today? But it's up to you, Scott. Music, art, programming, design. What would you say interests you the most? What do you have the most passion in? I'm so misunderstood, my character. Rosie's a danger to us all. I am not a danger. I'm lovely. I'm like Legion, Akira. Rosie's like your character. She's like seen as this vicious feral vampire that's going to kill everyone, but like in reality she's not. Female version. We've got our differences for sure, but there's definitely similarities there. What game engines do you recommend? Well, I'm using RPG Maker MV for this particular project, and it's great if you like RPGs, like especially the retro style Japanese old ones, like ones before Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, that type of style. RPG Maker's great for that sort of game. And you don't even really have to be an experienced coder to put something together in that, so I recommend that. I don't really know much of a coding software. I mean, I know there's Unreal and Unity, and people really recommend those, and there's Game Maker as well, and I think you can create more in those. There's more you could make something a bit more, you've got more flexibility basically, but you also need to know code well as well. Thank you for the follow, Slick. I appreciate it. Gonna get some food. Bye. Take care, Dirty. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have an awesome day. Rose is Legion's female version in the goal matter. Yeah, we're both looking for somewhere to belong as well. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize that. So we're gonna do that for chapter 1, part 2 now. I've written it down. Thing is, we're probably not going to finish it by the end of the stream because time is running out now, but we'll hang out for a bit longer and we'll chat and stuff. We'll do as much as we can till the end. It's nice to mix things up though, like we've done a bit of spriting but then moved to something else, because it can get a bit stressful if you keep doing the same thing for too long. I like switching between things. So next week we'll do a bit of enemy skill stuff and also a bit of dialogue stuff. We'll switch between the two. Game Maker doesn't require coding either last time I checked. Oh, okay, doesn't it then? That's interesting. I always felt that you needed to code a Game Maker, but I've never really used it myself. How do you stream writing? I wondered that too. There's no category for it, is there? There's no category for writing, which is a silly, I think. There should be. There should be writing under creative. It must not be a very something that is on Twitch that many people do. I'm sure there are people that would do it. Hi Julian, how you doing? Welcome back, Julian. How's it going? One sec, folks. Okay, so we do have Photoshop. My God, I have so many tabs open in Photoshop today. So many. Right, where is it? Main story template. So this is it. Writing or design just seemed like it wouldn't work as smooth as other art forms as a stream. Maybe that's true, but I'm always one for trying something new. And I think Twitch should be anything that people want it to be. Chapter 1, part 2. Okay, so this beginning bit, I think that it's not all going to fit on one page. We'll see though. What about GIMP? GIMP is it's a art software like Photoshop, am I correct? One that I tried once and uninstalled immediately. A lot of people like it though, but I just couldn't get into it because I think I'm used to other things. Okay, so, okay, that can't fit. That'll have to go on the next page. Okay. Save. Oh yeah, something we need to change, the image in the background. We've still got Lake Fall in the background. We want to have the Everbloom Forest. But I have to go in the game and take a screenshot. I mean, we could always use one of our Instagram pictures for it, I suppose. Let's see if one's big enough. Or should be. It's unfortunate that Instagram doesn't let us save images. Or does it? No. I can just print screen then. That's a cool thing to do. Innovators are great, but when the path isn't clear for them, they have to do a lot of work to get recognition. Oh yeah, definitely. In a way, I was a bit worried about that myself when starting up this project, because it's like nobody on Twitch does this, you know, really. I mean, I know there's game devs on Twitch, for sure, there's lots of them, but not really with this kind of nature. So yeah, it's definitely something new, and I can't even look at anybody else for inspiration for how they would make a community game and how they do it, because I have to just learn for myself and do what I think is best. And also, we don't want that. We don't want the arrows in the way. Damn you, Instagram. Okay, one thing I can do, so I've got the images saved on my phone but not on my computer. One sec. Welcome to the Discord, Lord Maxim. Good to have you here. If anyone else wants to join our Discord, that's where we hang out in between streams, and it's also where we do a lot of our community voting for Raindrop Chronicles. This is my last stream for the week. I'm not back till Monday, so if you want to hang out until then, Discord is the place to be. Okay. Copy image. I think I've got it now. It is small, the small one, and it will probably look distorted if we make it bigger, maybe. Okay. That looks okay. Doesn't look too bad. The stream skipped backward. What do you mean, Scott? It skipped backwards. Is there a problem? Is it being silly? I hope stream's not balking. Okay, guys. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to save things there. I'm going to finish this graphic visual between now and next stream and get it posted up on Instagram. So, on our Instagram page, which is here. And also, I'll be sorting out the enemy sprites, editing them, making sure they look good. And finish any mapping that needs to be finished. And then next week we can work on the other tasks. The skills and the dialogue and getting all that all written up. It just repeated itself a little. Oops. Well, that's silly, isn't it? Silly Twitch. Thank you, Puntless Dummy, for the follow. I appreciate that. We're just finishing up now, guys. So I'm going to leave you all with some commands to read. If you want to follow me on Twitter and the game on Twitter, it's all there. I'll be heading off. No raid or host today. Gotta rush off for dinner, but I like to do at least one a week. So next week we will go host raid and raid somebody. And I hope you all have a good week. I will see you on Monday. So my schedule is this. I will see you next Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thanks guys for hanging out. Thank you, Pointless Dummy. Thank you, Rex. Thank you, Scott, for hanging out, and everyone else. Bye, Akira. Take care. You're all the best.